You got to justify it.
That's right.
So you just can't say, well,
The artifacts inside. They've got one side of the building where they're going to have for meetings and so on. Another side, I understand.
Oh, yeah.
You know what this is, Doug, do you?
Well, it's not a wagon wheel.
No, there's no grinding.
No, it isn't. No, you're fine. You'll need to have one of those to get through the toll booth.
Very definitely so now.
Margaret. Okay, these are Isabel, Bernard, and
Well, hot off the press.
Oh my,
Well,
thank you,
actually,
thank you.
cool off the press, but what the heck?
We'll take it.
Thank you. There you are.
Hey there, Lee.
Goodness me. There's somebody else. Just a moment. There you are. Latest edition of the Intelligencer.
Both were equally excited.
This is not the first edition of my newspaper.
No, I saw it there.
So it's a matter of you can come, and if you can't.
Yeah.
I need a daytime.
No, I don't use it daytime. There are obvious reasons.
All your own business cards with these notes on.
If you don't use a date,
I'll tell you the reason I don't use it daytime.
Did you?
And you are a publisher?
I'm the founder and publisher, sir.
Oh.
If you will read here, just a moment, here's a copy for you as well. Published by George Benjamin from his office at Front and Bridge. Actually, it was a little bit before that.
Benjamin.
Yeah, the one, the only.
Wow, thank you.
If everyone could please find a seat, please, and gather close.
Back here, I guess.
We'll get started before it rains on us.
no, it's not going to rain.
Let it come.
Go inside.
It's not too late.
amazing when it rains on this. I know a lot of people watch open this building every day of the week for 2 months.
I'll have a new job as rainmaker. Your worship, special guests, volunteers, and friends of the Hastings County Historical Society, welcome to the opening of the Hastings Heritage Center. My name is Hazel Shaw. In my previous life, before June 23rd of this year, I was Hazel Loist. Some of you may know me by that name. I am the current president of the Hastings County Historical Society and have been now for 2 years. Adlai Stevenson, in a speech given in Richmond, Virginia in 1952, said of history, "We can chart our future clearly and wisely only when we know the path which has led to the present." Those of us involved in the Hastings County Historical Society believe that we have a responsibility to preserve our history so that it is not lost but is available both for the present and the future. Within these walls, you will find much of the history of Hastings County, and it is here for you to enjoy. Please take advantage of what we have to offer and visit us during our new hours of operation here at the center. Today, we celebrate the opening of the Hastings Heritage Center, some 44 years after the formation of the Hastings County Historical Society. We have a multitude of volunteers to thank, not only for today, but for what has been accomplished over the past 40 years. I would like to say a special thank you to the many volunteers which are here with us today and those that are not able to be here with us today. All have helped to make this dream come true. Many of these same volunteers have supported the Society since its formation in 1957. Jerry Boyce, one person coming to mind immediately, and many others that are here today. Their dedication, determination, and enthusiasm for the Society is very much appreciated, as is their continuing involvement with the Centre. We, of course, are always looking for new members to pick up where others have left off and become involved in the Society. Contrary to what some might believe, history can be fascinating. It was Walt Whitman who said, "As soon as histories are properly told, there will be no more need for romances." The history of Hastings County and area is especially fascinating as we look back at our ancestors and the path that they have forged for us. I would like to at this time also acknowledge past presidents who are here with us today. If they could just stand and be recognized. Bernard Wright, Jerry Boyce, Leona Hendry. I would be remiss as well if I did not acknowledge our sponsors today. The Society would like to thank the following: Essence Communications Group, Bill Flint Publications, Walbridge House Publishing, Wilson's Carpetland, Lee and Eleanor Gerard, also known as George Benjamin, publisher of The Intelligencer, and Susanna Moody. I would like to extend a warm welcome to the public to come out and learn about the history of Hastings County. Our association meets the third Tuesday of every month at the Quinney Living Center, and new members are always welcome. Welcome everyone, enjoy what we have to offer, enjoy our fellowship, and enjoy the history that has gone before you. I would now like to call upon greetings from the different levels of government. First, may I please call on Mayor George Zagoras.
Thank you, Madam President, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and colleagues in government. I want to thank you for the kind invitation to be here to celebrate this very unique and very special occasion in the life of the Quinney area, and more particularly this, not Belleville and Thurlow in Ward 2, and I'm delighted to see my colleague and former Reva of this township, George Beers, here with us today to share and to celebrate this unique celebration in the life of the Quinney area and the city of Belleville. I want to congratulate the executive and you, Madam Chairman, President, for your initiative and your commitment. Heritage is obviously extremely important to all of us, and with your leadership and dedication, and this another step forward towards preserving history of this Quinney area. So I want to congratulate all of you, and look, you can count on my support. And I think this is particularly interesting when we have a hall, the Thurlow Community Hall, that was here for how many years, Mr. Reed? About George's age there, about 100-some years, says that he can remember built. So, and Van Cleve's not too far behind. But I think it's a historic event, so I congratulate you all and very best wishes.
Thank you, George. I would next like to call on Councillor Ron Hamilton. Ron?
So your age, that's what I said? You ignored. I could choose to ignore that.
Honored guests and ladies and gentlemen, volunteers, I see a lot of them out here. It is a pleasure to be here today on behalf of the Mayor of Quinney West, Bob Campley, and his council, and congratulate you on the opening of this building, and wish you well. I used to come out here when there was less traffic than this to attend the odd meeting when we were trying to annex Thurlow. I think George did just make that happen. Anyway, we looked back to bicentennial year in Sydney when we had the oldest municipality in Ontario, in Canada, that had 200 years, and we had Jerry Boyce helping us that year with our bicentennial. He helped us write a book and brought back much information for us, and we all appreciated that very much. I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm looking back many times now and thinking about the many good times that we had and the good things that happened for us. So glad to see it preserved, and I just wish you well in your endeavors, and if there's any way that we can help you in the future, we're there to try to do our best.
Thank you, and I'm sure we'll find a way. I would now like to call on Honourable Lyle Van Cleef, PC MP, representing Canada.
Thank you very much, Hazel, and good afternoon, everyone. It's certainly a pleasure to join with everyone here today. You know, what really makes a community is those volunteers that take on activities like we're celebrating and recognizing here today. This is the International Year of the Volunteer, and some of us, you know, are lazy as far as looking about what has gone on in our past. I thought that the Van Cleef family came from Holland. I was informed by a lady whom I've never met that is a relation of ours a few months ago that it came from, the family started out in Germany, and so she is doing that, and she said she's got some great stories, and I said, just give me the ones that are a little spicy. That's the ones that I want to know about my past. But and some of us are very lazy, and when it comes time to think back on that, we too often rely on others. So to those of you who do that, on behalf of the rest of us, we say thank you, and it's great to have this facility here. So it's a pleasure here today to join with Mayor Zaguris and the other George, and my counterpart, Ernie, from Queen's Park, and my colleague from Hastings, Frontenac, Lennox, and Cannifton, Larry McCormick, who is here today, who also happens to be my parliamentary secretary in the other task that I have in Ottawa. So congratulations to everyone, and we look forward to stopping by. Sharon wished she could be here today, but unfortunately wasn't able, had some other things to do, so we'll stop by at another date together as well to have a look-see. All the best.
Thank you. I would like to also call on Larry McCormick, our MP for the north part of Hastings.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, dignitaries, my colleagues, and ladies and gentlemen, especially the volunteers. Now, I was glad to get this invitation, and I'm also glad to be here at the same time that Lyle is, because, you know, Lyle does represent a small part of Hastings County. I mean, I'm sure you can cover Lyle's part of this county in a few moments. And we're going to get into it pretty soon, but I have to go a couple hours north of here to see the most beautiful part of the country and on up into Algonquin Park. And of course, you know, we have a lot to celebrate with our heritage and our history in this area. But you people, the Historical Society, have done a great job. I mean, no one has a more ambitious record than what you have, what you've accomplished here in the last 40-some years. And I just want to make one other comment. But each month, or is it every 2 months, when I get your newsletter in the mail, it's certainly, I look forward to it and I read it. You have a lot of newsy information that goes as you've looked into all the nooks and crannies, and we do have a lot to celebrate, and I look forward to reading one of Jerry's books that I finally got around to ordering. But congratulations on this project, and I certainly will be here to celebrate it again with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. I also have a message to read to you, which arrived, if I may, without losing my sheets here. I have done. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You're absolutely right. Ernie Parsons, please come forward.
I wasn't hurt. I do my best speaking when I keep my mouth shut.
Good line.
Thank you. I apologize. I had a choice of either wearing a jacket and tie or being very late today, so I opted for the no jacket and tie. But I appreciate very much the invitation to be here. I'm intrigued by this newspaper. I see Derek Baldwin has a byline actually in this particular edition, so I can see why you handed this one out. Ontario is undergoing a lot of very rapid changes over the last few years. And I'm a believer that everything we do, in every way we've done things, has been done for a reason that may have developed over the last year, may have developed over centuries. And so I value that before we make change, we take a close look at history and see what was the thought behind it, what was the reason that we do an action now. An organization such as the Historical Society provides not only an opportunity for people who are interested in history, an opportunity for people to resource and find out the logic that went into the development of our society now. I believe we live in a very unique society in the world, and absolutely the wonderful society. And with due respect to Larry, I think Larry and I represent the best riding in Ontario, if not in Canada. And we're prepared to vote on that among the three of us. So we are in a wonderful society that got that way because of things that happened in history. So thank you to the volunteers that keep history alive and keep history current and relevant for us so that we can look to the past to help us grow in the future.
Thank you. Now I'm certain to forget someone else. I do want to acknowledge Ian Riley from Seventh Town, President of Seventh Town and Row. Welcome as well. Anyone else that I should be mentioning? Bob, Quinny Branch. Welcome, each and every one of you. I also have a letter from Warden Carl Tinney. On behalf of the County of Hastings, I wish to extend congratulations and best wishes on the opening of the Hastings Heritage Centre. Since the county was incorporated in 1850, we also recognize the importance of preserving our historical records and support the concept of the establishment of such a centre. Any such venture is always the result of many, many hours of preparation and commitment, and I would like to thank everyone involved in achieving this worthwhile resource. I would now like to call on for greetings from the Heritage community. Sorry, that will be at 7 p.m. Not this afternoon. Okay, the next thing we're going to do before we go inside so you can look at what we have available for you and also enjoy refreshments is the lifting of the toll gate. And we thought this was a rather unique way to have our ribbon cutting is going back to the toll gate. And you will find on the back of your information the actual toll gate and the rate of the tolls that was in place in 1856 for Belleville and Frankfurt. I would also like to thank Orland French, who is on our executive for building the toll gate for us. And I am pleased to say that there will be no charge today to enter, nor at any time for the next number of years, I would think. Okay, now if I could please call on, who do I call on to assist me with the lifting of the toll gate? No volunteers here?
What about these guys in the back?
If I could call on George Benjamin and Susanna Moody to assist me with the lifting of the toll gate. Now I'm told this isn't going to be difficult because it will take one finger only to lift the toll gate because of the unique system that is in place. So ladies and gentlemen, it's an absolute privilege and an honor to open to the public the Hastings County Heritage Centre.
You got to stand there for the rest of your life.
Well, actually, that's been taken care of as well. So that we don't have any liability issues here. Ladies and gentlemen,
Proper toll gate.
please come in and join us for refreshments and look at what we have to offer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Where was this set up? No, I'm just wondering.
Actually set up.
Ask our heritage consultant, Jerry Boyce.
Jerry Boyce.
And the other thing that I'm embarrassed at,
Neat cattle.
what are neat cattle? I know that.
You don't know, you're the minister of agriculture.
I knew I was dangerous to ask that. Not neat.
Neat cattle.
Young cattle.
It's like real cool cattle, man.
Yeah, okay. Is it young cattle? Calves.
Never heard of neat's foot oil?
Yes.
There you are.
They don't have horns, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's because they look neat.
I had to ask. I'm the last one that should ask.
Where's your dictionary? Where is there one in the house? In the hall?
This is camouflage.
Did you look it up?
Is it?
Yeah.
But then, you know, I guess
That's what the old man over here said. And he's been around for a while. You can tell by the look of it.
To a marketable age.
that's got to be the fifth concession over by the store. I think so. You know, the one on 62,
County Road 5?
and 14. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
No, it went out of my mind immediately.
establish it. It's great to have room to display all these right
We got into something, one of the helpers did something, and I got real upset. And of course, we didn't have that.
That's the guy who usually records all the time. He has a big interview.
last week, 30 meeting they said.
I knew that address.
And we're finding that really challenging too, especially with the hiatus between Miami and
You know, what I have been, you and I have apart.
What does that have to do if it's renovating? Would it really do that?
I'm just using
The studio was the old Victoria engraved building. We had this humongous safe in.
I suppose it has to be replaced or rebel against. There's no place you can't be rebelling against it doesn't exist.
Pardon? This room has a nicer smell. The Daily Intelligencers are, like there's an Weekly Ontario Intelligencer, the dailies down here. But these were just bits and pieces about the rebellion. Yes, so we took those out. Well, we didn't throw anything away.
No, but he did throw some.
Oh, Nick did. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, probably.
I got all the information. The plaque has been recast, it just hasn't been put in, so. Yeah, I saw it. I was doing
We had a cemetery here that had brought some material to the Thurlow staff before amalgamation. Well, his house burned. He had the other map. So he came back to the city and said, "Where's the original map?" It's in here, and nobody knew where. So Jerry from London, Earl Trevor came in here, and I don't know how much time they spent, but they found it. The old plot plan for the cemetery. And that happened just last year. So these are some of the things that are still in the mix and can surface.
There are some birth marriage.
No.
So now it's Glamour Historical.
No, it's a more national.
It's a timeline.
We actually
That's a
had
very specific designation.
Well, we just had this debate on
supposed to wave back?
Saturday. Did you have the candles?
That's what all the kids
So they
do.
put in their Glamour House, and somebody said, "Well, it's not Glamour House in it."
Is it similar to what they have?
Well, not only the duplicate one, but I've got the additional names now tucked behind the button, so that you can see more of the screen.
A little sturdy.
All right, so back to this. Well, I showed up on last Monday, and it still wasn't in the paper anymore.